Hello, 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 hello. Let's do a quick audio check. Can you guys hear me? Hey, there we go. All right. Oh, I, so before I start, I gotta give a little bit of a warning. I'm actually expecting a delivery. They were supposed to come early in the week and it never did, and it's supposed to come earlier today and they never did. The and there's a chance I might need to step away for about like 10 minutes while they get the stuff in. So if that happens, talk amongst yourselves and keep yourself entertained. Um, I might start. Hopefully, it might start a game and then whatever. I don't care. This is my show and I'm just here to enjoy after a relatively long week. And hopefully you guys have had a good week. And yeah. So for everybody new, welcome to the PBE. We're very happy to have you guys around. Um, I realized I forgot to ask for mods yet again, and so hmm. Okay. um, so I so we have been doing the prospect showcase since, well, I knew it was a thing before I joined, uh, and but I started it back up back in season 22. Thought it would be a fun thing to do in the off season, and give everybody a chance, the new class, a chance to just to see themselves on the stream and so forth. And we have been doing it for a while now, and so I'm it's very exciting, like they're I look forward to it. I think it's just a fun little time that we have before the minors draft. And so first, best of luck to all you guys that are gonna go in the draft tomorrow. If you have questions about the league, if you have, whatever that you want to ask, this is a good time to as well. We'll make it a kind of like question, Q&A type of thing too. So, but in terms of the prospect showcase itself, the 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 format has kind of been relatively the same over the course of the seasons. I kind of realized at one point it got too long and I couldn't do it that way, or else we'd be sitting here for 4 hours, and I don't really want that. Um, there are four teams. Each team will play one game in a quote unquote regular season. It's not really regular season. It's just so I can get all four teams on the stream. Then it'll be followed by a first round, followed by a playoffs. The first round is a best of three, so and then followed by a best of seven. The I'm only stream for the playoffs. I'm only streaming the elimination games because again, we'll be here forever. So with that said, hey Blue, what's going on? Yes, I hope you're having a good day too. With that said, so I asked for people to give me some branding ideas because in the past I've just used, I don't know, I've used the minor league teams. I've used my own team where I had a portion where we had GMs, people who volunteer as GMs. I kind of stopped doing that because it was just way too much to organize, and I honestly just don't have the time for that to try to manage that. So it was just easier for me to just do this. So with that said, I asked for branding, and there was a lot of good ones, and and I want to thank Gurin for his submission because I did really laugh a lot at it, and I thought with there's a chance that there's some copyright issues, but whatever, we'll see, but but we will. I'll introduce the team here, and then we'll kind of dive into some games, and we'll get ourselves going. So first, we have the Indiana Stranger Things, And on the Stranger Things, let's start with the pitching. Starting rotation. No, I do want to. Oh, I forgot to do that. Why did it reset on me? I did not want this to. It reset on me. Why did it reset on me? Oh, I think I know why. Uh, Sorry, give me a second. Yeah, this is gonna screw everything over if they oh, there's a good chance they already did. Oh, that's my fault. Yeah, I was running out of time this season, and I'll fix it as we go because it wasn't really meant to. Anyways, I think I had it like this before. So I wanted people to actually, the players to actually going to start. So just to give a little bit of a little bit of a yes, we're gonna check the Voyager stamina in a bit. Don't you worry about that. We so obviously you have your season 33 class in here, but it's also mixed with a bunch of 100 TPE inactive players that we have kind of accrued over the seasons because you can't. It's kind of hard to fill all four teams. So yeah, I need to fix the. Yeah, I'll double check because I think I need to fix the lineups a little bit because they OTP by default, like if it's left up to the AI, it really doesn't know who to start because everything is still so close at 100 TPE. So we're gonna start with the Indiana Stranger Things. The starting rotation is Gerald Slams, Jethro Tull, Charlie Adams, Murder Sharp, and in the bullpen you have Reggie Garfield. You have Joey Votto backwards. That's what it really is with AU Gold. Josh Hader, Heinz Doofenshmirtz, King Trapstar, Jackson Bentley. In the starting lineup itself, you have say the name. Don't I actually? Yeah, I don't know. I never actually asked him. It's Yoj Otov, I think Otov. So and so at the starting lineup, you have third base Connie McSticks. Left fielder is John Montroy. First baseman Arthur Morgan. Happy birthday, Shu. And I have see there you go, Punk. That's the happy birthday for today. Um, Batting fourth and playing right field is Jose, and I could tell you guys the story of Jose later, but keep this in mind. If they win again, I will. If he wins again, I really don't know how to explain it. Yes, Indiana favorites right now. Mays Vladimir Porter, center fielder. Boston Edler, DH, already retired second baseman. Ko Kim at catcher, and Robbie Jackson. Did I That's weird. I think there might be a typo on that. I'll have to double check on that. I think it's supposed to be Jackson. Um, so yeah, that's our first team, and then we're gonna go to the next team. It's the London Bridgertons. If you haven't figured out the theme to this, you know, try a little harder. Let me just check the pitching here because this is not what I wanted, and I want to make sure the people who are starting are actually starting because yeah, I don't want. I really don't want. So okay. All right. So on the pitching side for the Bridgertons, Pax Torrent, Nate Washington, Blake Folks Jr., and Freddie Huff. And in the bullpen, you have Adam Mosley, Brady Tom, Les Harm, Leon Leon Leonidas Honoran. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna butcher that. So Honora. Okay. Honore. Okay. Let's just go with that. I could be wrong. um, Ariel Renato and Caesar Azuaje. So, well, that happened. So, and in the lineups, you have Kyle Stogowski. Stogowski? Is that? I gotta look back. I think I read it for like 2 seconds on the server. How to pronounce it? Too much to read. I'm not gonna find it. Okay. Um, t- First baseman is Tug Trammell. Stellan Apollo playing third. King Fielder DH. Lenny Longpipe the catcher. Katsu uh, Kaoru at left field. You're not Katsu. I'm dyslexic. Hatsu Kaoru at left field. Aaron Ford at shortstop. Chase Brownwell at center field, and Jacob Fryer at second base. Kaoru. Okay. Let's. No, yeah. Yeah, you all can put your pronunciation down there. I probably will forget somewhere along the way, but next we have the Louisiana Tiger Kings. Oh, this is the one that got messed up. Let's see, he was supposed to be a DH. He was supposed to be a second base, and Fuse is supposed to be shortstop, and that's it. I am gonna do this, and base. Don't care what they did. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Okay. So, uh, wow. Did I type that out? And I think I misspelled that. So I will fix that. I will fix it some other time. Justin Justice, third baseman. Dracokar Sanazo, center fielder. Quandale Dingle, first base. Alejandro Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? I apologize for that. I realized there's oh, that's an interesting issue. I forgot about that. Hmm. Yeah, you guys let me know if I go mute because I think because I don't have any sound coming in, perhaps it kind of brought me on mute because I think on mute on my headphones are kind of weird like that. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, I butchered the name so bad that we just stopped. So over on lineup side for Tiger. Oh wait, we already did that. So we're gonna go to the last team, and then we go to the Squid Games. And this is where why is I think there was supposed to left field too. I did not want any of this here. And we just okay. All right, so the lineup for the Squid Games. Duckburg. Oh my goodness! I thought I copy paste all of these. So that, okay, Duckburg McQuack. I think there's just so much typos. You guys gotta check your player page. I think these are all typos because I copy and paste. Duckburg McQuack, AJ Anderson at right field, Kirby Todd at third base, Del Taco as DH, Aaron at catcher, Rake in the Lake left fielder, Homer Roof at shortstop, Press Duckley center fielder, and Bad Boy Brocky J at second base. And this is where I need to. I think this is a reliever. They screw the whole thing up because this is what I wanted over here. And this was a starter, not a reliever. And they got to swap here. Swap, swap, and I'll leave that. So, okay. So, Gurin Voodoo as the number one pitcher here, and followed by Casey Mize, Evan Byler, Ike Wolfing, and in the pen is Conrad Bregman, Charlotte Winters, DJ Roach, Draft Bus Jimbo, Carter King, and Horace Lynch. So, all right, that was fun. Let's save this so I don't screw it up. Da-da-da-da. Alrighty, so we are going to kick off. Let's just kick off the first game here, and might as well dive into it. So we have the Stranger Things at Bridgerton. I just need to check my settings here. Well, we'll leave that on for now, and then let's see here. We're gonna make this big. Let's go super fast because let's see if all right, and 60 neutral. What the? Okay, that was weird. Okay, very fast. Alrighty. Hello, LBG. All right. Pardon me. All right, so let's just kick this off. So good luck, have fun, and yeah. So lead off hitter, let's go. Yes, Kyle. All right. Oh, I forgot about that. Let me just change that for a second. That's what I forgot. All right. Let's follow ball. No, do not follow the damn ball. That'll give me a seizure. All right. And one more. All right. So, Arthur Morgan is going to be the third. And he will strike out, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Pax Torrent. So a good start by Pax Torrent here. Yes, Stogowski strikes out swinging against Jethro Tull. Hi, Casey. And Jacob Fryer will strike out against Tull. So quick works of, and that's up the middle by Apollo for the first hit of the game. And Aaron Ford coming up, and he gets this one past the diving third baseman. This is first and second with 2 outs. And this one is skied into right, but shallow. And long pipe will fly out. And that will be the end of the first inning. London and Indy tied. And a fly out by Porter for the first out. Oh, I'm sorry, Not for, wait, he got a hit off that? Why did he? Okay. Already retired with steal second, and there's a weird little fly ball to the catcher for the second out. Jose will hit this one to the infield fly ball to the first baseman, and that will end the top of the second. Kaoru gets a base hit to lead off the inning. And this one's skied to center by Trammell for the first out. Brownwell will ground out to 1 and 2. That's a double play. So still scoreless after 2 with Kim, Jackson, and McSticks coming up. As Ko Kim will fly out to the catcher in foul territory for the first out. Jackson will ground out to third. Jackinson, I should say. Actually, I don't know if that's actually spelled. I thought it was Jackson, but I'll double check on that. McSticks will get the third out, so we're still scoreless after the top of the third. So now we're at the bottom of the third with fielders Segoski and Fryer coming up. So not a lot going on here. Fryer will hit a shallow fly ball to center. So pitching dominant here. And we'll move on to the fourth. And that is a base hit by Edler to lead off the inning. Arthur Morgan will ground out. Oh, ground a double play, I should say. And Porter will strike out. So quick inning again. So great start by Pax Torrance so far. 4 innings, 4 strikeouts. Apollo will... Oh, and that is an error. And Apollo will reach. Aaron Ford coming up, and this one is deep. This one is gone. 408 feet, and this gives London a 2-0 lead. Aaron Ford kicks things off with a 2-run shot. With Long Pipe will get this one down the line and to the wall, and he'll get himself a double. And now Kaoru will get this. This will drop in, and it'll get past the left fielder. That's an error. And Long Pipe comes in to score, so it's 3-0 now. And there's a base hit up the middle, or past the second baseman by Trammell. Brownwell will get this one to center, and that will be enough to score the sac fly. It's 4-0 London. Fielder's up, and he will strike out looking. And this one will sky out to the first baseman. So they put 4 on the board at the bottom of the fourth, and London leads 4-0 right now off of 2 errors by the Stranger Things. Already retires, flies out to center for the first out. Montroy grounds out to third. Jose will strike out. Well, check swinging, I should say. I've seen Stranger Things happen. Yep. Fryer will sky this one fairly deep to center, but that will be caught for the first out. Apollo will ground out to the third baseman for the second out. Aaron Ford will take the walk. Long Pipe coming, and he will get a base hit. So it's first and second, 2 outs for Kaoru, who will strike out swinging to end the 5th. And we will move on to the top of the 6th. Let's see if the Stranger Things can get anything going. And Ko Kim will beat out a ground ball to get himself on. And Jackinson will fly out to right. And McSticks drops this in for singles, first and third. 1 out, but Adler will ground it a double play to end that rally. So we move on to the bottom of the 6th, 4-0, London leading. Strikeout by Trammell, and Jackson Bentley is in the game right now as the reliever. And Brownwell will ground out to the shortstop. King Fielder will hit this one deep, and this one's gone. King Fielder extends the lead with a solo shot, 5-0 now. With Stogoski coming up. And he will ground out to the third baseman to end the inning, but not before the Bridgerton add another run on the board. 5-0. We go to the top of the seventh. Pax Torrance still in the game as Arthur Morgan leads off of a single. Porter will fly out to the third baseman for the first out. Already retired, hits this one deep. This one's back. This one's gone. They get themselves on the board. Already retired with a 2-run shot. It brings them closer, 5-2 now, as they cut into London's lead. Montroy will strike out looking. Pax Torrance still in the game. At 88 pitches, or, well, I guess 92 now. And this one's, Jose hits fairly deep to the warning track, but it's caught. And that will be the third out. And we'll move to the bottom. We will move to the bottom of the seventh. Bentley is still pitching, and he walks Apollo and Ford hits one up the middle. So it's first and second with 1 out. And make that long pipe, hits it up the bases loaded with 1 out. Kyoru will walk. So Bentley walks in a run, so it makes it 6-2. London, bases still loaded. And that is a ground out 1, and they could not turn the double, so Trammell gets a fielder's choice RBI, make it 7-2. And Brownwell skies this one fairly deep to center. It'll be caught, but they do score 2 to make it 7-2 right now. Ronaldo comes in to pitch and get Kim to fly out, and Jackinson to fly out to left. So that's 2 quick outs. McSticks will ground out to the third baseman. So they go quietly on the top of the 8th as we move to the bottom of the 8th. Fielder, Stugowski, and Fryer coming up, and Fielder strikes out for the first out against Doofenshmirtz. Stugowski gets a walk, and Fryer gets a single, so it's now first and second with 1 out. As Apollo comes up and gets one past a diving shortstop, but they will hold the running at third, so his bases loaded, and they will ground 1 and 2. Ford grounds into a double play to end that inning. So still 7-2. And Etler will get an infield hit to lead off the inning. This is the last chance and Morgan gets a bases, so it's 2 on, no out against Renato, who strikes out Porter for the first out. But he will walk, already retired, to load the bases up for Montroy, who will walk, and there's a run coming in, 7-3. Let's see if they have anything left. And the pitching change, Adam Mosley comes in, and you'll get a ground ball 1-2, and that's the end of the game. Mosley comes in and gets Jose to ground into a double play. So there we go. London winning game 1, well, of this, doesn't really mean much right here. So, yeah, so we'll go through the box scores really quick. Adler, Morgan with a couple of hits, already retired with that 2-run shot for Indiana. On London's side, 3 hits, 3 for 4 day for Aaron Ford, including a massive home run in the 4th off of Jeff Rotel. 3 for 4 day for Long Pipe, and a couple of hits for Kyoru as well, and a couple of RBIs. So, good job. Tull takes the loss, giving up 2 earned runs over 5. Pax Torrance gets the win, going 7 innings, striking out 6. Mostly with the save, and the player of the game is Aaron Ford, so congratulations, Aaron Ford. Alright. I'm gonna save this guy here. We're gonna go, we kick off the next game, and then this is, so just to show each team once. And this is Seoul and Louisiana. Alright, let me just double check my settings. Okay. So we have Gurin Voodoo and Tucker Montgomery has the starter, so good luck, good luck, good luck. Evening, DJ. How are you doing today? How's everybody doing today on this lovely Friday? I thank you guys for coming and just joining me. I know that's, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it a little bit. Um, like I said, I always really enjoyed the showcase and just kind of hanging out on Twitch with everybody. So, uh, Gurin Voodoo, you have murdered my tiger. Prepare to die. Okay. uh, so Justice will ground out against Voodoo. And Sanazo beats out it gets a little infield single. Dingo will get a single, first and second, one out. Ortega coming up, and he'll get this one past the third baseman, and here comes Sanazo to score. So 1-0 Louisiana. And a strikeout looking for Fuse. Tarbox will get this one up the middle. That should score another run. And it does, making it 2-0. Bane Caddis up the middle. And that will bring in another run. So it's 3-0 really quick for the Tiger Kings. Messner will ground out to end the inning, but that's 3 runs on 5 hits in that bottom of the first. So let's see if So can respond or not. Oh, Aaron will ground out, rake in the lake. Will get the walk as Roof skies out to shallow center. Duckley gets it one up the middle, and that will get Lake in the lake to third. And Brocky AJay will get the one up the middle, and that will score in the lake. So it's 3-1. And that's another base hit by McQuack. So it'll make it 3-2 now. So they answer right back. Anderson will ground out. Fielder's choice is second to end the top of the second, but they do put 2 back on the board, so it's 3-2. Tiger Kings. Ground out by Johnson. First out, and Justice will, let's just call it fly out. And Sanazo will ground out to first. And that's a quick 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. And that is a strike 3 call. Was he swinging? Yeah, he swung for Kirby Todd. Del Taco will ground out to the shortstop, second out. Aaron strikes out. So, yeah, that's it. We move to the bottom of the third. That's Dingo, Ortega, and Fuse coming up. Dingo does lead off with a single. 2 for 2 today. Ortega will strike out. Fuse will ground out to the shortstop. They can't turn 2, so Fuse will make it to first with 2 out. But Tarbox will strike out as well. And that will end the bottom of the third. Roof will fly out to center for the second out. Duckley will ground out to the shortstop. So it seems like the pitchers may have settled down a little bit. So as Caddis will infield fly to the catcher, as Mesner will get a base hit back up the middle. Daniel Johnson, and as Mesner will take off and he gets himself a stolen base. Johnson will walk, so first and second, 1 out, and that is a base hit. Just as I said, the pitchers were settling down. They score, so I jinxed it. Sanazo will strike out looking. That's the second out. And Dingo flies out to center. And so it's to end the fourth. 4-2 Louisiana over Seoul. Life is like a hurricane. It definitely is. You know what? when they when they remade that on Disney, like I loved it. I loved the new one that they did, and then they canceled it after like 2 seasons, and I can't tell you how annoyed and upset I am, like over the cancellation of DuckTales. It just like that's just wrong. So, anyways, a pass ball will bring Ortega over to second as Fuse strikes out. As Tarbox flies out to pretty deep center, and Ortega will move up to third. And there's a base hit down the line by Caddis, and that is a RBI double that will make it 5-2 Louisiana. As Mesner grounds out, and that will end the fifth. As we move on to the sixth. I was hoping they were going to remake Darkwing Duck 2. Because they had Darkwing, like the new Darkwing, backstory on it. And it was just like, it has so much potential, and they just didn't. And, just, anyways. Very disappointing. I did love Darkwing growing up. It's like one of my favorites. And so it was just very disappointing. Like when I found out that they weren't renewing the show, and it came to an end after like I think only 3 seasons. So, but whatever. Oh hey, more passports. All right. So after 6, it's still 5-2, despite a few pass balls here and there. Gargoyle was pretty awesome. I don't really remember it too much. I did remember watching it as a kid, and I just don't. I mean, I vaguely remember the storylines and stuff, but I don't know if I was like really drawn to like watching it. Like, oh, I must follow it. But it was a good show. It was a good show. Wasn't there named Darkwing? I don't know if there was a player named Darkwing. I have to look. Oh, hey, Ortega hits a home run. 414 feet, now 6-2. Louisiana. I don't know if there was a player named Darkwing. There was a user named Darkling. That's for sure. So I don't know. Oh, Animaniacs rocks. That was the best. And I totally stoked that they brought it back. Totally stoked. So, but yeah, it was really DuckTales, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for me, Darkwing. I can't say I watch Voltron or Thundercats much at all. So yeah, yeah. The original live action that was pretty cool. Like to see that on, and how well it was done. So Justice gets himself a double here, and bottom of the 8th now. So, and this one's deep. Oh, but that's off the wall. And Sanazo will get himself a triple, and making the lead 7-2. Dingo down the line, and that scores another one. It's 8-2 now. Yeah, go Ninja, go Ninja, go. And Whiskey will fly out, and not deep enough to score a run. And this one, is that one? That's gone. So Tarbox making it 10-2 now. Unfortunately, Carter King getting the not so good treatment here. As Winters comes in, get Caddis to ground out to kind of end that inning. So, oof. Go to the top of the 9th. So's last chance. As Aaron grounds out in the lake, will fly out to shallow right, second out. Roof will fly out to shallow right, and oh no, he dropped it. Just kidding, because yes, who needs to catch fly balls? But doesn't matter. Duckley will fly out to end the game. So three ninjas. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yes, three ninjas. Man. All right. So on So Sai, a couple of hits from McQuack for the day. They scored 2 runs on 6 hits. Really wasn't too much going on. The hit from in the lake and Duckley and Brocky J. But on Louisiana's side, bunch of crooked numbers there. 2 hit day for Justice, Sanazo, 3 hit day for Dingo, Ortega with a couple of hits, couple of RBIs, including a home run. Tarbox with a 3 for 5 day with 3 RBIs. Caddis with a couple of hits, a couple of RBIs as well. And pitching wise, Louisiana, Sosai, Voodoo gets the loss. Yeah, not too much to talk about there. Montgomery goes 6 to get the win, and Reed comes in for a 3 inning save. Player of the game is Alejandro Ortega. All right, so I'm going to save this, and we're going to move into the quote-unquote playoffs, the actual playoff tournament. So, and let's see, there's no game here, so you got a couple of days off. All right. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So the game ones, we're going to quick sim, and we're going to move on to the next day where next game will be elimination, so we won't be here forever. So let's do this. And the Tiger Kings beating Seoul again, 9-0. Yeah, to take a 1-0 series lead here. So on Seoul's side, Anderson with a couple of hits. And Tacos with a couple of hits, Aaron a couple of hits, but unfortunately they're all just hits and there's no runs. They struck out 16 times. Unfortunate. Louisiana side, 4 for 4 day for Sanazo. Ortega with 3 for 4 day with 4 RBIs. Whiskey Fuse with a couple of hits. Tarbox with a 3 for 5 day. And a couple of hits by Mesner. And it looked like it was just, there's no home runs here. Pitching for Seoul, Casey Mize takes the loss. And Louisiana, Barden gets the win. 12 strikeouts. Wow. Over 6 2/3. And the player of the game is Alejandro Ortega again. Jared Barden sets a playoff record with strikeout with 12. I mean, this is new, so anything is a record. All right, and the game one between Bridgerton and Indiana. Bridgerton takes this one with a walk-off. Apollo hit a walk-off single against Garfield to win the game for Bridgerton. Oh, let me save this first. Blue, when are you not scouting? That's the secret. Scouting never ends. So, Indiana's side, Arthur Morgan with a 3 for 4 day, a couple of hits for Porter, and a couple of hits for Jackinson at the bottom. On London's side, a lot of 2 hit days. 2 hits for Stogowski and Trammell, Apollo, including the walk-off single, a couple of hits by Long Pipe, and yeah, actually everybody got a hit on Linden's side. Good job. So home runs Stogowski off of Adams. So Charlie Adams gets the well, actually gets no decision. Garfield is the one who takes the loss, and Mosley getting the win. That's some Hepcat on Hepcat crime. Okay. And the player of the game is Nate Washington III. All right. This again, and we will go to. Now, this is technically the elimination game for both teams. So we are going. Wait, there's a day off. Why is there a day off? Oh, I know it is day off. It's just how this thing works. All right. So we're gonna stream both games here. So I'm gonna turn off the. I'm gonna make sure the. Actually, this should be off all the time, logically. Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry, Garen. that was Monopoly money. It's really worthless to me, unfortunately. That 100 that you gave me. All right, so we will have Mace Windu versus Evan Byler. I hope I said that right. Oh, let's see. And we will start the game here. And I need to get a drink of water because OTP will still make him lose. That is true. OTP will find a way. Alrighty. Justice will ground out to lead off the game. As Sadazo will get a single. As I am going to get myself a drink. Oh, it's Beeler. Okay. Beeler. Okay. Sorry about that. If you're expecting me to understand English or say any of this right, it's too much of an expectation. So, but Louisiana will jump off to a 3-0 lead here, and make that at least 4-0. And unfortunately, they getting to Beeler a little bit here, and he's already out. Uh-oh. And Draft Bust Jimbo will come in. That's never a good sign when the pitcher gets pulled before the first is over. Mace Windu will be the pitcher as McQuack skies out to right for the first out. Anderson will do the same. Kirby Todd will fly out to left, and so nothing to it. Louisiana with 4-0 lead going to the second. Too soon, Blue. Too soon. I still have nightmares and how angry I still am. So don't you know. It's not even been a week. So Jimbo here has walked 2 players, but will get a double play, so that's pretty big, and gets a strikeout of Whiskey Fuse to end the inning. So no runs scored by Louisiana. Oh, actually no, the 1 run scored by Louisiana, I should say. And Taco will get one back for So. Down the right field line here. It's 5-1. AA Ron coming up. And will line out to the shortstop. Roof will get a base hit with 2 outs as Duckley strikes out. Sorry about that. Had to answer a text. Okay. So leading off the bottom of the third, Brocky J will get the walk as McQuack will fly out to right. AJ Anderson, the right fielder, strikes out swinging against Mace Windu. And there's a Justice makes an error, will keep the inning alive as Taco will get a single, 2 on, 2 out, and that is a grounder back to the pitcher by Aaron. They'll end the inning. So they threaten but can't score. And go to the top of the 4th as Johnson will strike out swinging to start the inning. Carter King is pitching, by the way. As Sinazo will fly out to left, and that will end the top of the 4th. Louisiana is still up 5-1. So we'll head on to the bottom of the 4th here. In the Lake will fly out to left. Roof grounds out to first, so they gotta get some runs in. Not looking good here. Duckley will fly out to the second baseman, and 1, 2, 3 goes. So there's a strikeout by Dingle. A strikeout by Ortega. So Carter King doing some work here, keeping So in the game here, and he strikes out the side as he strikes out Whiskey Fuse. We move on to the bottom of the 5th. Brocky J grounds out, first out. There's a base hit by McQuack, 1 on, 1 out. Let's see if they can get anything going. Anderson will get a walk, and Todd, who does not have a hit so far, this is a good time for one. And he does get one! Yay! And he will knock in a run too. It's 5-2. As Taco comes up, and he will hit this one fairly deep to center, but it was caught, but the runner does tag up from second. As Aaron will ground out back to the pitcher to end the inning. So they do score one, so they get a little closer. Carter King still on the mound as he gives up a home run, unfortunately, to William Tarbox. And that will, so the run they got back in the bottom of the 5th is now gone. 6-2. And this one past a diving shortstop as Bane Caddis get himself a single. Mesner will ground out in the fielder's choice. Johnson strikes out. Justice will take the walk. 2 on, 2 out for Sinazo. And we'll have a new pitcher, Horace Lynch. He will strike out Sinazo to end the top of the 6th. Why does Mace Windu have? Yeah, so some of the IAs are actually on teams, so don't forget that. Some of the IAs are on teams, so that's why they actually have a jersey. So like, you know, Brocky here. Anyone who has a jersey, like most of them are IAs. There are a few of them are on teams already because they chose waiver when the deadline came about. So Arthur Morgan and Whiskey Fuse are 2 of them. Ortega gets a single, and Fuse will strike out. And that is a weird looking pop-up back to the pitcher's mound as the shortstop takes it. So we're still 6-2, running out of outs for Seoul. But this is a good start by McQuack as he gets a single. AJ Anderson coming up will strike out swinging against Scott Stelling. And that is a pass ball, wild pitch, or whatever it is. McQuack gets over to second. Todd will, oh my goodness, what a throw! And McQuack makes a cardinal sin of trying to go for third and getting the third out by trying to get to third. Oh goodness. Okay, well, that's not a good sign. Okay, well, Caddis does strike out to lead off the inning as Mesner takes the walk up against Charlotte Winters. and that is hit deep, and that is gone, and is now 8-2. As Daniel Johnson will give Louisiana 8-2 lead with that 2-run shot. Justice grounds out, and Sinazo strikes out. But Tiger Kings tag on 2 more. Next to last chance for Seoul. Taco getting a double to lead off the inning. Aaron will strike out looking. In the lake, strikeout swinging. And Homer Roof will strike out swinging. So Scott Stelling dominant since coming in. And we will move to the top of the 9th. The ground out by Dingo. Red hot Ortega, well, he's not really red hot here, but he was batting .580 before. Strikes out. Risky Fuse strikes out as well. So we go to the last chance for So. I only need 6 runs. Let's see what happens. It looks like Duckley will fly out to center. That's 1 out. AJay grounds out to first. And McQuack, last chance, will fly out to right. And congratulations to the Tiger Kings. They are moving on. And yeah. Is this double elimination tournament? No, this is no. That's not in yet. This is pretty straightforward. I wasn't gonna try to do anything crazy. Well, yeah, this one's best of 3 because again, like if it makes it best of 5, we're gonna be here a long time. That's what happened 2 to 3 like showcases ago. Literally every single one of them went 7 with a reverse sweep type deal. So it really took a long time to finish all the games, and unfortunately I wasn't about to do that again. It's just it's too much. So well, this is a best of 3, so Louisiana will move on. Louisiana, let's see, a couple of hits from Ortega, a couple of hits from Caddis, and everybody really just chipped in with runs here and there, and they end up scoring 8. On So's side, McQuack with a couple of hits and Taco with a 3-for-4 day, but that's really just unfortunately not enough. As they only muster up 2 runs against Mace Windu, and the bullpen took care of things the rest of the way. So, on So's side, Beeler takes the loss, unfortunately only going 2/3 of an inning. And yeah, not too much to say there. The player of the game is Del Taco on the losing effort, going 3-for-4 with a solo shot. Best of who say no? Yeah, I say no. Yeah, it's a best of 3, so first team to win 2 moves on. So yeah, yeah, like I said, I would have made this a best of 5, but after my last experience where it just gotten to the point where it was ridiculously long, I wasn't gonna do it again. So yeah, there's no way I should strike out 5 times. Yeah, there's no way, but it happened, unfortunately. Was that the 2-day showcase? Yes, it was the 2-day showcase. Because I also did the nighttime one. Um, it was a nighttime one, and it was just, it was just too much. Like we were there till like 1 in the morning for the first half, and I was like that doesn't even make sense. So, so I learned my lesson there, where I was trying to be a little too ambitious. Yeah, PBE After Dark is the best. I I would consider doing the After Dark one, but it kind of was kind of late, and I don't know if people really want to stay up with me. I just assumed you started I just assumed you started at 5:30, so it would only go to lights out at midnight. Yeah, if anybody want to sit here with a 7-hour stream, I'm fine with that too. But I, I I'm sure you all have other things to do, so we're gonna kick off the next game while so I'm not wasting time here. So I'm pretty sure I don't I barely want to hear myself on stream, so I don't know why anyone would try to stretch this longer than it needs to be. With Blake Fulks Jr. and Murder Sharp as the starter, elimination game. Uh, Bridgerton leads the series 1-0, and off we go. AJ cooking stream. I'm looking forward to that, AJ. So I have volunteered you for it. Stokowski with an infield single to lead off the game, and Trammell gets this is. And Bridgerton. Apollo just gets himself a RBI double, so off Bridgerton goes up against Murder Sharp. And this one into the gap again. Fielder will knock in two. It's 3-0. And that is a ground out by Long Pipe for the first out. And that is a little infield single by Kaoru as Aaron Ford comes in, who gets this one up the middle. That's an RBI single, make it 4-0. Brownwell up now with 2 on, 1 out. He will strike out as the starter got pulled. Yay! That's not a good sign again. But Doofenshmirtz comes in and strikes out the next 2 batter. So let's see if Indiana responds. McSticks leads off with a single. Montroy coming up. And he'll get the walk, so 2 on, no out for Morgan. Morgan will strike out looking. Happy birthday. Jose coming up, and he'll hit this one fairly deep to center. They'll advance the runner, but it's 2 outs for Porter. Porter will hit this one to left, and the left fielder gets under it, and that is it. So 4-0 after 1. Jack the Ripper, yes. Stokowski flies out to center, first out. Trammell strikes out. Apollo will hit a fly ball to center. So Doofenshmirtz comes in and kind of settle things down. As Etler will lead off the inning with a double. Already retired will hit an infield fly to the second baseman for the first out. And that is the second out by Kim as Jackinson grounds out, and that's it. Still 4-0 after 2. Fielders leads off with a single up the middle. Long pipe. It's a towering fly ball to second baseman, and that's caught. And Kaoru gets a single past the diving first baseman. 2 on, 1 out. As Ford will fly out to left for the second out. Brownwell will hit this one deep, and this one is gone. This is a 3-run shot. 384 feet. This is 7-0 now. So, getting a little out of hand here. As Fryer will get this one down the line and get himself a double, 2-out double. Pitching change. Jackson Bentley comes in, and he will strike out Stokowski to end the inning. 7-0. Indiana has a lot of work to do. McSticks strikes out looking. Montroy will get a base hit. 1 on, 1 out as Arthur Morgan will strike out looking. Jose will line out to the third baseman. And that's it. So really just nothing at all from Indiana. Trammell grounds out to the first baseman for first out, and Apollo gets one over the head of the third baseman for a single, 1-on-1 out for Fielder. Fielder strikes out swinging. Long pipe will sky this one to the right fielder, and that's the end of the top of the fourth. I apologize. Give me 1 second. I need to check something. All right. I apologize for that. Okay. Kim will strike out as to lead off this bottom of the fifth. So they need something, anything, and they're just not getting anything. Blake Folks Jr. just shutting them out now. McSticks flies out to center, so just a whimper, if anything, from Indiana. Off the top of the sixth, as Fryer will get a walk to lead off the inning. Pitching change. King Trapstar comes in, gets Stagoski to ground out into a fielder's choice. And same thing for Trammell. Apollo will hit this to shallow center, and that's that for the top of the sixth. And Montroy leads off the inning with a single. Arthur Morgan will hit this one deep, and this one is gone. Arthur Morgan with a 2-run shot. Happy birthday indeed. And that would make it 7-2, but I guess it's something. Jose grounds out. Porter strikes out. And let's see what Adler can do. And Adler will get a ball past the second baseman. And there's a 2-out single. And that's a little hit and run there. And Retire makes it on. So infield single. And a little dribbler back to the catcher. And Kim will get thrown out. And that is it. So they do get 2. So they're not shut out anymore. So that's the good news. King Fielder gets a single up the middle against Trapstar. Long pipe will get 1 and 2 grounds on a double play. And a walk by Kyoru. And an infield fly to the first baseman. That will end the inning. Alright, let's see what Indiana can do, if anything. They need 5 runs. And that's not a way to do it. McSticks coming up, and that is a up, and it's bobbled by the third baseman. That's an error by Apollo. Montroy flies out to center, and Morgan comes in, and there's a stolen base by McSticks, and Morgan will strike out looking. So they got nothing. We are off to the top of the 8th, and there's a base hit by Brownwell against Trapstar. And that is a strikeout by Fryer. Stagoski strikes out as well. Yo Otov is in to pitch, by the way. And he'll get Trammell to fly out to right, and that's it for London on top of the 8th. Go to the bottom of the 8th, and Jose flies out to the third baseman while Porter gets a single. Adler will strike out two out for retire, and he'll fly out to right, and so nothing there. They got a hit, and that is pretty much it. Apollo leads off with a single here. Fielder gets one past the third baseman, and that's turned out to be a double. Sure. Long pipe will strike out looking against Reggie Garfield. Kaoru gets this one down the line, and that will get at least 2 in. And it's 9-2 now. Kaoru getting 2 RBIs in that, batting .545 in this stint that we have. Ford flies out to center. Brownwell will ground out to a diving second baseman. So bottom of the 9th. They need 7. Let's see if they can get 7. Well, that's not the way to do it. Kim strikes out to lead off the inning. Jackinson will get this one past the third baseman. Is down the line, so he'll get himself a double. Back to the top of the order. McStick's coming up. McStick will get the one up middle, and they will hold the runner at third. Montroy, 2 on, 1 out, but he will strike out swinging. Last chance. Arthur Morgan will ground out to second, and that is it. London moves on in dominating fashion. This ends the streak of Jose winning. Yes, that is true. Jose couldn't do it this season. He was not good. Jose was the reason why Indiana did not win. That's really the case. London batting. King Fielder led the way with 4 for 5 game. Apollo with 3 for 5 game. 3 hits off with Kaoru. So just a great performance all around, up and down that lineup. On Indiana's side, a couple of hits for McSticks and Montroy and Adler, but really just not enough, unfortunately. Yeah, when your pitcher gets lifted in the first, it probably won't end well. London side pitching, folks get the win, and Sharp gets the loss. And player of the game is King Fielder. Yes, go. Othoff pitched, and didn't give up anything. So that is a big plus. All right. So now this is the best of 7 between the two teams. I love the randomness of it. All right. So we're gonna quick sim until we get to the elimination game. So we're not sitting here watching. Hopefully it won't be 7 games. Oh, don't be a reverse sweep. This will be bad. All right. Game 1, Bridgerton and Tiger Kings. Both 2-0. Someone got to lose. Freddie Huff versus Adrian King. And the Tiger Kings win in a 3-0 game. Low-scoring affair. Over on London side, they got 4 hits, and that was all they got. A hit from Apollo, Long Pipe, Brownwell, and King Fielder, and that is it. Louisiana batting side, not like they really did much better. They had 5 hits, but they got it. They got the runs, which counts. Looks like it is Mesner and Johnson are bottom of that lineup, knocking in all 3 runs. London pitching, Huff takes the loss with 7 strikeouts over 6 innings. Louisiana gets the King gets the win, going 8 innings with 10 strikeouts, no walks. That's impressive. Player of the game is Adrian King, rightfully so. All right, game 2. Let's see what happens. Bridgerton comes back, ties the series at 1. And it looks like all the scorings were done in the first 4 innings and nothing happened after. London side batting, Stagoski with a couple of hits on the top of that lineup. 2 hits for Fielder with an RBI, a 2 for 4 day with 2 RBIs for Brownwell. A couple of hits for Kyoru as well, batting 444 in this little tournament. Louisiana batting a couple of hits for Sinazo, Fuse with a couple of hits, and that's pretty much it. They got 8 hits, but could only score 1 run. Over on the pitching side, Pax Torren getting his second win here, going 7 innings with 4 strikeouts. Tom gets the hold, Mosley gets the save. On in Louisiana side is Montgomery getting the loss, but the pen did come in and pitch very well, but unfortunately not enough. Pax Torren is the player of the game, going 7 innings with 4 strikeouts, only giving up a run. All right. It should be a day off. So now we're going to go, let's see what happens. And we have the Bridgertons taking a 2-1 lead. As Louisiana's batting side, we have we got a couple of hits from Whiskey Fuse, a couple of hits from Caddis, but one of those, they only scored 1 run off 7 hits. Not too much going on there. London side, 4 hits for Jacob Fryer. Have yourself a day. 3 for 4 day for Stogowski as well on the top of that lineup. And a couple RBIs as well. The top of that lineup knocking in all 4 runs. They got himself 14 hits out of that as well. Trammell getting the couple of hits down here, and I think everybody but Fielder got a hit for London. On Louisiana side, Barton takes the loss, and London side, Washington gets the win. Harm, Tom, and gets the hold, and Mosley gets the save. Player of the game is Kyle Stogowski, going 3 for 4 with a couple RBIs. So congrats. All right, we're getting there. Getting there. And Bridgerton takes a 3-1 lead. We're gonna watch games again. Bridgerton taking a 3-1 lead. Wow. Louisiana batting. Not too much going on again. 7 hits on 1 runs on 7 hits again. Well, one technically, I guess there's 1 unearned run here. It's actually 2 runs, but 3 for 4 day for Whiskey Fuse, and they just kind of scattered hits the rest of the way. Really not too much going on. On London side, Apollo with a 4 for 4 day, bringing the average over 400 here. A couple of hits for Long Pipe, and Kyoru is for 440 as well. That's impressive. Looks like it's home run by Brownwell, and not too much else going on. A couple of errors, but didn't really seem to affect them at all. Louisiana pitching, Windu takes the loss, and on London side, Renato gets the win, Harm gets the hold, Tom gets the hold, and Mosley gets his 4th save. Player of the game is Stellan Apollo. Congratulations. All right. I'm going to save this here, and we're going to watch. This could be the last game if Louisiana doesn't do anything. So let's see what happens. Alrighty, let's kick it off. I think it thinks that the Tiger Kings are a little bit better, but very deceiving. Stogowski leads things off with a double. I'm sorry, with a single. I thought that was going to go down the line, but it never did. Fryer will strike out against Adrian King, and Apollo will hit this one to center for the second out. Aaron Ford will fly out to left, so leadoff single doesn't really do anything after, but we'll go to the bottom of the first. as Justice grounds out, and Snazzle grounds out, so quick 2 out here. Dingo will hit a tapper back to the catcher, and that will be that. Long Pipe will hit this one over the head of the center fielder. He will make it to second with a leadoff double. Kyoru will get this one into the gap. It will score a Long Pipe, and that London will take a quick 1-0 lead. And that's up the middle for Trammell, but they will hold Kyoru at third. First and third, no out. Brownwell up the middle, base hit, and that will score a run, 2-0. Still no out, top of the second. And that is 1 and no return, so fielder does ground under a fielder's choice. And that is a fly ball by Stokowski. It does score a run, so it's 3-0. And let's just call that a fly ball to the first baseman. To end the top of the second, they score 3, taking a 3-0 lead over Louisiana. But Ortega doing his best to get them back in with a leadoff double. Whiskey Fuse will get this one up the middle, and that will score Ortega, so it's now 3-1. Tarbox coming in. Tarbox will ground out 1-2, and does a double play, as Caddis will ground out to the second baseman for the third out. We move on to the top of the third. Apollo grounds out for the first out. Ford will get a base hit. So 1-on-1 out with Long Pipe coming in, and that is a stolen base by Ford. And as Long Pipe, I guess, struck out, but Kyoru will fly out to center for the third out. We'll move on to the bottom of the third. Leading off the base hit is Mesner. Daniel Johnson coming up, as he will drop in a single, and oh, he's safe. As Justice flies out, but that will be a sac fly and make it 3-2 now. 1 out, 1-on-1 out for Sinazo, and the shortstop bobbles it. I guess they ruled an infield hit, so. Dingo flies, infield fly, as Ortega grounds out to first. So they threatened, but couldn't. They did get 1, so it wasn't all for nothing. Top of the fourth, as Trammell gets this one into the gap for a leadoff double. Brownowell gets this one past a leaping third baseman, and Trammell will come in to score 4-2. London. Scott Stelling comes in to pitch now, and he will walk King Fielder. 2 on, no out for Stogowski, who will drop this one to left field, but they'll hold the runners, bases loaded, no out. As Fryer will fly this one out to center, and that will be enough to score Brownwell at third, make it 5-2. Strikeout by Apollo. Aaron Ford will get this one deep, but not deep enough. So they do tag on 2, 5-2 London. We'll move on to the bottom of the fourth. Fuse will lead off with a single. Tarbox will ground out into a double play. And Caddis will line up to third, so they had a leadoff hit, but nothing happened with it. We'll go over the top of the fifth. Long Pipe grounds out. It has a walk by Kyoru. And a strikeout by Trammell. And a fly out by Brownwell. Fairly deep right. And that was it. We'll move to the bottom of the fifth. Mesner. First out. Johnson grounds out. Justice gets an infield. Well, I guess it's a single. And a walk by Sanazo. Let's see if they could do anything. Dingle will get this one into the gap, and that will score one. That only one. I thought they were gonna get two out of that, but they do score one as Huff but Ortega gets one in. That's 1-2, and they tie the game. 2-run single by Ortega. So we have ourselves a game. Fuse grounds out, and that ends the inning. So Louisiana scores 3 to tie the game at 5. Fielder will strike out against Rylan Moffitt. A walk by Stogowski. And Fryer will get this one down the line, and that is a double. Second and third with one out as Apollo gets this one into the gap, and that will score 2. So London quickly retaking the lead. 7-5. Ford up the middle. That will score Apollo, make it 8-5. Long pipe, and that one get past the catcher as Ford moves on to third. As long pipe strikes out swinging against 250. Kaoru gets this one up the middle, and that will score Ford, and they make it 9-5 now. And Tramo gets this one past him, so it doesn't look like they could get out of it. 250 kind of struggling to try to end this inning, but he does. But not before London puts 4 on the board. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th. 9-5 London. And that is a base hit to lead off the inning by Tarbox. Caddis will ground out to fielder's choice. Tarbox moves to second. And a Mesner will get this one off the wall. That's an RBI double. So Louisiana fighting their way back a little bit as Johnson flies out. Justice back to the top of the order as Justice grounds out to first. So they get one back. They're only down by 3, but they need to hold. Let's see if London can put up more runs or not. And off to a good start there. Fielder gets one past this over the head of center fielder for a leadoff double. Stogowski will be walked. And a sliding catch in center for first out. And a strikeout by Apollo. And a strikeout by Ford. So they got something going, but 250 shut them back down. Sanazo will fly out to center. First out. Dingo will strike out looking. Ortega, who's pretty much been carrying this team, comes up, and he will get himself a base hit for Whiskey Fuse. Fuse will ground out to third, and that is it. They start. We're going to the top of the 8th. Really, not that many outs left. Top of the 8th, and Maxwell Reed coming in, but he gives up a home run to Long Pipe, making it 10-6 now. Kaoru coming up, a check swing strikeout. As Tremo will get a base hit. Fielder will get this one deep, and that's gone. A 2-run shot, and is now 12-2. I don't want to say it's done, but I think it's done. And the hit parade continues. And a pitching change. Tucker Montgomery comes in. Wasn't he a starter? So a strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, and Tarbox leads off striking out. Caddis will fly out to the first baseman. Mesner will get a single. Really not much going on. Johnson will get a single as well. Oh, there was some really weird glitch there. Okay. But Justice will fly out to the right fielder, so nothing to it. They got 2 on, but they couldn't score anybody. And that's to the gap by Apollo. And he will go in for a triple to lead off the inning. And that's a little, I guess, fly ball to shortstop for first out. A fly ball to center, and that will tag up Apollo to score, making it 13-6 now. Long pipe. Kaioru coming in, and this one's deep. This one's gone. 460 feet. Oh my goodness. And they continue to pour it on. 14-6. Tramo. A little infield pop-up to end the inning. They're down by 8. Let's see if Louisiana can do anything. Sinazo will strike out swinging, so that's not ideal. Dingo. Grounds out to second. Last chance. Ortega will strike out looking. And that is it. Wow, this went by really fast. Congratulations, Bridgerton. Congratulations. We'll take a look at the hitting here. 21 hits for London. 3 for 3 day by Stogowski. I mean, everybody got a hit, and Fryer had a bad day, quote unquote, with 1 for 5 with an RBI. 2 for 6 for Apollo with a couple of RBIs, including a triple. Fort went 2 for 6. Long Pipe went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Kaioru was 3 for 5 day with 3 RBIs. 4 for 5 for Tramo. 2 for 5 for Brownwell, and Fielder with 2 for 4 day. There's only 3 home runs hit by the team, and they just absolutely dominated. Absolutely dominated. I made AJ speed run the draft. I didn't make him. I didn't make him do anything. We got to speed these things up. That's all. Louisiana did have a good hitting day. 6 runs on 14 hits, but when you give up 14 runs, not much you can do. 3 hits for Ortega, a couple of hits for Fuse, 3 hits for Mesner, and a couple of hits for Johnson. But that's pretty much it. London pitching side, Huff did not have a good day, but AJay, I don't know how you say that. Gets the win. Over on Louisiana's side, say it like Rots. I mean, say it like Rots. Louisiana side, King gave up 5 runs in those 3 innings. Moffitt takes the loss, giving 4 runs in 2/3 of an inning. There's not a lot of good numbers here. Reed gave up 3 runs, and Montgomery came in and gave up a couple runs as well. Player of the game is Hatsu Kaioru. So, no, there's no index for this because we can't do. Long story short, if we try to do this on the actual file, it will literally break the leak. And yeah, it's not worth it to try to do it on a live file. I can provide the sim file itself. There is an offline index, but I never got it to work where it shows what you guys wanted to show, and it's really annoying. So I kind of gave up on that. The sim file is available. If you want the sim file, just contact me, and you could kind of see all the stats, and stuff. But really not. I don't know if there's anything to it. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you like series MVPs or anything, but so I don't know who it will given it to. But yeah. Oh, whoops. So yeah. You don't want your stats? Yeah, just DM me not. You could just DM me to remind me, maybe like next week. Just I'm gonna be really tied up with the sim file, the actual sim file for the next few days, trying to get us into next season. So this is actually, this is my, if there's a insanely busy time of a season, this is it for me, while everybody else kind of gets a breather, so to speak. This is kind of my insane time. But yeah, I will pack. I can. Yeah, I'll throw this. I'll put this in the sim. I'll zip this up and throw it into the sim file channel. So if anybody who has OTV 21, you can look at it on 22 too. You just need to import it. You can. Uh, so uh, PBE equals fictional baseball, prospect showcase, not real fictional baseball. um, Stokowski, I'm sorry. Yeah, the missing. Yeah, okay. Stokowski. Okay, all right, that's fair. Yeah. Um. So Well, thank you guys for joining me. This went actually pretty quick. It's only an hour and a half, so I'll call that a success. But yeah, good luck to everybody in the draft tomorrow. It should be fun. Rabbit Sponge is streaming that, and he will be starting at 6 if I recall correctly. Let me just double check. Yep, tomorrow at 6 p.m. So tune in for that. That should be exciting. I if you guys have any questions, seriously, if you guys have any questions about the league, like what you guys need to do or advice that you want to figure out how to be successful here, um, feel free to DM me. Feel free to ask your rookie mentor. Feel free to ask, there is a learning curve to this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you this is the easiest thing on the face of the earth. There's some learning curve to it, but once you get it, it's pretty easy, and it's just a matter of like everything else, just figure out how the league functions. And that's what my advice to you guys in your rookie season is I figure out how the league, well, for the new people, for the recreates, you already know how this works, but um, you know, take your time to learn about the league and how it works, and I don't think, I think a lot of people don't ask and they kind of get lost and they kind of, and it makes it difficult on them, but ask and you will find out. And there's a lot of aspects. I know we could probably, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure people have written a lot over the years about the league, so I'm sure you don't want to pour, hours trying to find all those, media. But yeah, enjoy. Don't worry. Like most importantly, don't worry about how you did here. This tournament is a little sandbox thing. So whether you hit 500 here or you hit a buck 80, it does not reflect. Well, one, it does not reflect on where you get drafted. It does not reflect on how you may do, in your career. So, um, yeah. So season 30. So yes, season 33 class. Uh, what else is there to expect? So after the minor stream, we have the award stream on Sunday. So that's cool because I always really enjoy the presentation, um, of just all the awards and all the more graphics, because our just graphic teams is amazing. Shout out to Sonic Gmail, who does a lot during this time of season two. And after the awards stream, we're gonna move on Thursday of next week. We're gonna get to spring training, so that's the first time you're gonna see yourself with your team. Uh, and that'll be Thursday and Saturday, and then following that up afterwards on the was that the 19th of April. That is opening day for us for season 32. Um, Exciting times. I hope to really get to know you guys over the course of the next few weeks when I get around to really scouting this class. Um, but like I said, my DM is always open, so you could, you know, if you have questions, do feel free to come find me. And yeah, yes, there are tons of ways to make money. Yes, I am. While you don't need a, I would never tell people that you need a ton of money to survive in the league. It does help. Let's not, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If you find your way to do the task and find a way to make your money, that's what is the key to being successful. Uh, Really allows you to buy the training, allows you to buy the equipment, and so forth. Uh, yeah. Anyways, so I think that is it. I can't really think of anything else right now. Yeah, Blue, go make some graphics. You know, no one wants to be like me. I'm an anomaly. I'm sure. Let me see. Oh, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here because I'm gonna run out of things to say. I do like you laugh, but like you try sitting here and talking for like an hour and a half. Like water is good for you. So I would not apologize for gulping down water in the middle of you know. Oh yes, yeah, just watch the Twitch streams. You could just farm the points. Like that's it's the easiest thing to do, really. I mean, you don't even, so that's a great time, and we have all the predictions too. So you're, you bet your little hearts out, if you will. And anyways, I am going to end this, and I am going to get other stuff done. So thank you all for being here, and best of luck in season 32. And hopefully I'll see you guys around. So have a good night.